What's up, everybody? It's that guy Skimpy. Hey, sorry it's been such a long time since my last video, but been kind of busy and all that. Anyways, excuses aside, let's get to it. Man, I'm gonna do a chatterbait video, and then instead of taking a hook and opening the eye or cutting it or whatever, we're just gonna add a split ring to it. We're gonna be using this mold here. This is the Arky Style Mold, and the eye of the hook is this way, so there's no cutting. So all we're gonna do is add a split ring to it, and then the blade. Let's get to it. Okay, so these are the hooks I use. These dual mold ones, 4/0. I use the 4/0 for that 3/8 and the 1/2 ounce. You don't want to make it weedless, so if you put a pin in, it's going to go all the way into the jig, and it's going to make a hole to make it weedless. So we don't want to use that. We want to go ahead and use these Teflon pins, and you can slide it back. And what I do is I slide it right to the very, so it's barely touching the head there, so it doesn't make a hole. And that's it. So that way it's not weedless. It's just going to be smooth. Okay, so let's pour these up. Okay, so I got the fan on, the door open, the mold is hot, it's loaded. It's time to go ahead and pour. I'm gonna use a ladle here. Stand up, but I'm gonna use a ladle. Make sure any nasties in there you get out. But you're just gonna go ahead and pour. Okay, so if you see, you can see it. I don't know if that'll pick it up. You can see like where the weed guard would go, but it's I don't know if that can get it. I'll tell you what, man, I'll clean it up and I'll get a close up so you guys can see. Okay, so there you go. You can see where the little indent is. That's just a little bit of extra lead there. All we're gonna do is take this file and clean it up, and when you clean that up, you won't even be able to tell that that hole was there. Okay, so I used the file and filed it down. You can kind of see a little bit of the marks, but after you put the paint on there, man, I don't think you'll be able to see it. So okay, so let's go with the paint. All right, so it's time to paint. I'm gonna be doing 2 different colors. I'm gonna be doing a JuneBug, and then this one is a watermelon pepper. I got some awesome skirts from Living Rubber. Living Rubber doesn't just make rubber skirts, they also make awesome silicone skirts. It's now my go-to for silicone skirts. So the first one, like I said, we're gonna be using some JuneBug. All right, so you've probably seen me do this a million times, but basically what I'm going to be doing is I have some of these forceps deals, and I'm going to go over the heat source, the heat gun, for about, I don't know, 15-20 seconds, and then dip it right into the paint. All right, here we go. That was about 20 seconds. Dip it in, hit it. Now put it over the heat source again to kind of melt it back. Now with this JuneBug, there is little flake in it. So sometimes if you don't dip it twice, sometimes it just is all purple and you don't get the green flake. But we got the green flake now. I don't know if that can pick it up. If not, I'll do a close up when it gets done baking. So anyways, yeah, I'll put this to the side for right now. And then I'm gonna do this green watermelon. It's a watermelon pepper. Give it a good shake, stir. And I know a lot of people will tell me, hey man, you should use the fluid bed and all that. I know, I still do it old school, man. So anyways, here goes the watermelon pepper. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven for about, 20-30 minutes at 350 degrees, and then off to the next step. All right, guys. Okay, so if you've seen some of my other videos, you know what I do with my chatterbait blades, man. I put a blood splatter on them. I'm gonna attempt to do this with one hand so I can hold the camera here. So I'm using just some Krylon gloss banner red. It's the closest to blood I can find. And basically you're just spraying a bunch in here. Hopefully I didn't get on the camera. So anyways, then you just take your toothbrush. Like I said, I'm trying to do it with one hand. And then you just flick. And it's just an awesome effect. And like I said, I've been doing this with my chatterbait blades for a while now. And at first, my tournament partner Ed, he wasn't a believer. And then we were fishing a tournament, and he had a chatterbait and I had a chatterbait, and they were basically the same exact chatterbait, except mine had a blood splatter on it, and for some reason, just that little bit of a difference helped, and I caught more that day. And then he switched over, and guess what? He started catching them. So I am a firm believer, and it's just a confidence builder, you know. So anyways, yeah, I'm still waiting for them to bake in the oven, and then once they're finished, we're gonna go ahead and put the split ring on there, and then we're gonna put the split ring on the jig. All right, guys. Okay, so also while I'm waiting, I'll just go ahead and show you these skirts. I don't know, the light doesn't really do the justice, man. Those are awesome colors. So basically, I'm gonna be using 2 of these JuneBug and then 1 of this green. And then on these ones, 2 of this and 1 of this. So like I said, I got these from Living Rubber, man. Like I mentioned earlier, man, not only do they make the best rubber, they make the best silicone skirts too. I will go ahead and put the links in the description on the video so you can get these. But yeah, he has all the zoom colors as well. So all your favorite zoom colors, he makes a silicone skirt for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and band these up and get ready to take them out of the oven. All right, guys. Okay, so I use these split ring pliers to put it on. Sorry, I couldn't do it with one hand, so I just did it. I mean, you know how that works. You just put the split ring in there, and there's a little tooth on the plier, and it opens up the split ring, and then you put it right on the edge here. So then now it's time to put this. Oh, got a shiny. Time to put this on the jig. All right, guys. So I put on the split ring onto the blade and onto the jig, and I also put on one of these dual snaps. That's where you tie your line. So it's time for me to put on the skirt. All right, guys, it's time to put a skirt on here. So I get it about in the middle there. Line it up, make sure it's about even. And then you just put it straight through. And you push it over your little collar. Then you take scissors, and there's little tabs. Make sure you cut off your tabs. Okay. So then, oh, we got one more. And then what I do is I just kind of line it up like this, and I just get it a little straight. Next one. Gonna line it up, make sure that that skirt collar's in the middle. Here we go. Cut the tabs. Okay, then like I said, I kind of line it up. When I get this, just try to get it a little straight. Okay, there you go. I'll do a close-up here. Okay, there they are. Came out awesome. Colors are great. Like I said, I will be putting the a link to living rubber for each color there, and that way you can get it yourself. Very, very impressed with the colors and stuff that for the silicone for living rubber, man. Did awesome. Alright guys, so there you are. 2 chatterbaits, and instead of doing it, you know, the blade directly on the jig, we used a split ring. Split ring is I think size 2. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, so get you that the Arky head mold, get you some blades, and bro, you're all set, man. Look at those things. These things rock. Alright guys, well there it is. Hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you learned something. Shout out to Do It Mold. Shout out to Living Rubber. Shout out to Trigger Happy Comfort Grips. Man, thank you for all your support, guys. I appreciate you watching the videos. That guy Skimpy.